My name is Abil Beckford, and I started the One Problem podcast. There are tons of problems in the world, but we will face them one problem at a time. Why would we want to get overwhelmed? So today, my special guest, Kerry Wekelo, she is the COO of Actualize Consulting. Over to you, Kerry.
Hi, Abil. Thanks so much for having me. And thanks, you're right. I always tell people you can go smoothly through life, but you're always going to have challenges. So it's really, how do you deal with those challenges? So I'm going to share a strategy that I use and walk you through a current problem that I am currently facing and working through right now. So I like to use, it's called my 3P method, and it is pausing in gratitude. So taking a moment just to pause, like what's going on, evaluating what the challenge is in front of you, what are you grateful for in the moment? And then you're pivoting to a positive possibility or a lesson learned. And when I am going through this, what I've learned is that there's kind of a cumulative impact. So because we have so many challenges, if I go immediately to that strategy, I can work through it a lot quicker instead of spinning in like the negativity of the actual challenge and issue. So a recent problem that I've been facing is my son has some learning challenges, and he was at a private school and they were not helping with all of his accommodations. We tried to work with the school, and then last week, actually, we decided to pull him out of the school, ask him what he wanted to do, and he said, I just really want to go back to public school. So I'd say, when I was pausing in the gratitude, I was really grateful that we have learned so much about how he learns, and I think he's really set up for another opportunity. I was grateful for the teachers that had lifted him up, right? So, there were some negative things going on, so I could have chose to really focus on that, which I did. I had a little adult time out there, which I think is important to have that moment. But helping to focus and even sending emails to those teachers that had been a very positive impact on my son, and then pivoting to asking my son what he really wanted to do. I think his dad and I were more about, let's try to get him into a different, more specialized school, but they were smaller. He's extremely social, and I just don't think that would have been a good fit. But I didn't know if he wanted to go back to the public school because it's super big, right? But that's what he wanted to do. We honored that. And then moving into the, resolution, we made that decision. And then I was able to kind of network in, because he had been in public school before, but network in to establish, like, okay, I had new teachers there. How can we quickly make this transition for him? And so luckily was able to fill out all the paperwork, and he's starting after within less than a week of us submitting the paperwork. So we're super excited for that. And then he actually just had a meeting, and he was able to meet with a counselor and work on, okay, what are the classes I want to take? And she was really listening to him. So, I think us listening to what he wanted, having him advocate for himself, that really helped with the positive resolution. And, the lessons that we're learning along the way is that he really needs to be a part of his journey. Even though he does have some challenges, he also has a voice, right? And he's a very intelligent kid, and just really focusing on that and how do we continue to lift him up. So that is my latest challenge. I'm happy to announce that, we moved very quickly using this 3P method of pausing in gratitude and then pivoting to the positive possibility in this situation, and then learning some lessons along the way also. Back over to you, Abil.
I love it. And that gratitude piece is so important, right?
Yes.
And if anything that the last few years has taught us, it's that you're not guaranteed life forever. And you need to stop, be grateful for everything, the people around you. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.